Okay, hi everybody. I'm back because I simply couldn't wait to start another story. As you can see, I've already designed and equipped a character, and as you may see, they are similar, nearly similar in names than my level 70 sorcerer. Salendrae, I will. Uh, that's what I named her and what I called her, so I will not switch her name uh, in pronunciation. The name's pronunciation, that's what it's called. Yeah. I won't show you how she looks like. The design of her is completely the same, but of course the armor isn't. Salendrae is a light-sided Sith sorcerer. She is maximum light side, but then of course she was my first character. When the game started, I started with her. I switched later on to my operative, but she is in this game since 2011, and of course I didn't record her story. So I decided to start her anew, relive and record her story, and then later on, when we come to the moment Knights of the Fallen Empire, I will switch to her because we can replay those stories.
Ah, the last one to arrive is finally here. I hope you don't think you're special. It would be a shame if freedom went to your head. Or if you somehow got the idea you didn't need to pass your trials to become Sith. Lord Zash has tasked me with sorting through you refuse to find one worthy of being her apprentice, and I intend to do just that.
Okay, now to her character. She's a slave. Her world was destroyed by the Sith, nearly destroyed. She was enslaved. She will never see her family again. And of course, she might be light side because she will not become like those people who killed her family. But she will not be some pushover.
Please, don't get all sentimental on us. We've only just met.
I won't. Now the rest of you gutter trash already know your trial. Get going while I bring our latecomer up to speed.
Watch your back, friend. And don't worry, it'll be all right. He can't kill us all.
A Sith fears no one.
Suit yourself?
Now, slave, for your trial. There's a hermit named Spindrol who lives in the tomb of Ajunta Paul in the Valley of the Dark Lords. Spindrol's a lunatic, but Lord Zash sees him as some kind of prophet. Once you find him, he will test you.
Fine. I will seek the insane hermit in the incredibly dangerous tomb and take his little test.
But there, you know your task. Spindrol lives in the tomb of Ajunta Paul in the Valley of the Dark Lords. Don't keep Spindrol waiting, slave.
There will be one difference on this map, because there is no planet story on Korriban. You only have your own story. But of course there are side quests, and those side quests are pretty cool most of the time. Some are just, yeah, kill those. But I will, for Korriban, do those quests. Because coming back here and doing them without... There is no story. It's a story. They are part of the story, but they don't have a real Korriban story here. So yeah, I hope you understand my bickering. To my character, as you can see, I have already equipped her with a skin. I can show you that skin. It's the Able Hunter Chest Guard. I had that lying around and wanted to sell it, and I looked at it and I thought, oh, I need that. It would have been worth, I think, 30 million credits at the broker. And she is currently wearing a Viper Sword because, of course, she has no lightsaber. Of course she doesn't. She doesn't even have real gear at the moment. And, as I told you before the story begins, she is... That's the wrong one. No. There we go. And I have no friends. Yeah, I'm so lonely. And she is a lightning. She will be a sorcerer. Because if we do this storyline again, then I will do an assassin dark side. So this story I could play 10 times in the next year. And I would still find it fabulous. My plans for the future, I don't know if she will be romanceable in the main story because her romanceable partner is not somebody I really care for. But she will have a romance in the future because we will play her all through the story completely, and later on there will be somebody I have already romanced with her big sister, let's say it like that. And yeah, of course she will meet him again. My skill bar might look funny. Okay. But there is some reason behind that because I will build up this skill bar exactly as I did with my main character. And so I get the hang of it and will not get confused later on. I already started. And I have a little companion. This here is Misa Ginks. I found him on the ship, on the slave ship, when I was brought to Korriban, and he kept me companion. He was a friend to me while I was used as a slave here and had to labor. And when I got home and went to sleep, he was there and rippled it in my ear, and so I kept him. She is somebody who does not want to be alone, but at the same time she will not trust anybody. So this little Ginks will keep us company through the story if he does not get eaten by something horribly evil.
Excuse me, Acolyte. Sergeant Corman, 5th Infantry Company, Korriban Regiment. Can I talk to you?
Make it quick, Sergeant.
Of course. You're one of the slaves Harkin brought in on the last transport, right? Here to prove yourself to the bloodthirsty overseers?
Prove myself or die, apparently.
Well, here's your chance to not only show off for the overseers, but start building ties to the Imperial military as well. I'm here commanding a hard target mission to exterminate claw slugs in this tomb. They're horrific things. Mouths bigger than your head. I've
And
lost
there
3
it
squads
goes.
of good men fighting them. They come in packs. They'll swallow a man whole.
He has not been swallowed.
If you're trying to talk me out of this, it won't work.
Understood. I was hoping you could assist my operation while you're in there. The damn claw slugs breed so fast there's no way to wipe them out conventionally. So we started targeting their egg chambers. They went insane. We managed to get explosives to all of the egg chambers, but the claw slugs were all over us before we could detonate them.
Are you sure this plan of yours will actually work?
I don't know. I have to hope so. Without breeding chambers, the claw slugs lose the numbers. Then we can wipe them out. Don't underestimate those claw slugs, sir. They're smarter than they look.
If I had slugs like that on my balcony, on my garden, I would move out. Oh, I've already got a new
At
skill.
last, a
Force
worthy
lightning.
disciple.
That's a skill I have now
Be gone.
and will use while leveling, but in the end, you never lose it again. Use it again. We have deslugged the planet.
I heard the explosions when you set off the charges. Outstanding, sir.
At last, a worthy disciple. Be gone.
So, well, maybe not completely deslugged the planet. And it seems there is somebody who was eaten. Imperial Edict 936. Mercenaries have taken advance of the Chlorslug's infestation in the tomb of Ajanta Paul, stealing valuable artifacts from its depths. A situation wholly unacceptable. You are authorized to use deadly force to send these mercenaries a message that further desecration will not be tolerated. The task is dangerous, and Horace Perry has been authorized. See me at the medical center upon completing your mission for your compensation, Sergeant Reichel. Yeah, we will do that for this poor fellow. Guess he was slugged. So we will... Thanks there. Aratakataki Sith. Okay. I didn't know those species were force sensitive. And... knowing some of the companions, and one of them is a Ratataki, I don't know what it's called in English, the thought that her being force sensitive is pretty frightening. And I will play alone. That's for sure. I'm Sith, I trust nobody. But something else I will do with her is doing the flashpoints. But I will do those who are available for solo play will be done with her solo. Because no chance she is trusting somebody else to heal her if not absolutely necessary. Okay, we killed those. Now let's go back. And these tombs are perfect. I mean, they creepy as hell. I mean, there is a skull, a table full of skulls. I don't want to know what's been done to those people. Oh, hi, Spindrel.
Slave, welcome to my humble hole. You are here for your trial, yes? Learn the ways of the old man in a tomb, and hopefully to return to your master with the mark of my approval.
I have to look something up. He is speaking awfully quiet, so I will tune up a bit and hopefully you can understand everything.
Yes, my lord, that's right.
Of course it is. I know the way of things on the surface. But before I answer either way, you must pass a trial of blood. Survive, and I will teach you what I know.
Yeah, hi there. I think death is the best thing that could happen to me if they got their hands on me. Those acolytes look pretty desperate.
Excellent. These former acolytes wanted nothing more than to earn their second chance for glory by killing you and taking your place. But your desire proved stronger, and their blood became the mantle of your victory. Well done. But you are not Sith yet. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion I gain strength. Through strength, power. Through power, victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. This is the Sith Code. Commit it to your heart, and you will have the strength to crush your enemies. Do you understand?
Yes, I think I do. I must use my emotions to grow strong.
Do not be timid. Humility is the attitude of a slave, not a Sith. Now go. Return to Harkon and nurture your hatred for him, and use your fear of him to grow stronger. He may raise his fist to strike, but it is Lord Zash who determines where the blow will land.
How do you know Harkon and Lord Zash?
Both of them have been through here in my time, and they have gone their separate paths since. Now, go. Leave me to my rest.
Okay. So it seems we passed the first test. She is alive still. That's something to be proud of, I think. And now we will see. We have to go back out here first. The tomb is not behind us yet, and there are still claw slugs and other nice little things in here. But we are growing stronger each minute. This is not some superpower or something. I don't know why she is doing lots of damage. I think that's because I already choose the lightning specialization. Because everything she has on is only cosmetic. And the two things we've got from those quests, no, one thing we got from the quest, everything else, even the skin we are wearing here for the sword, it's, I think, actually weaker than what we usually would have. But we will get stronger, lots stronger. And we reached the temple and had a level up. Isn't this awesome? This thing up there is for another quest we will get later on. Much later. It's pretty clear what kind of empire this empire is, because those are slaves. And this is the grave we just came from. I love the academy. And there's Sergeant Reichel.
I have taken care of your problem with the looters in the tomb.
Ah, then I'll assume my men are dead. Even so, you have done us a great service. Their loss is your gain, I suppose.
I am most grateful.
Yes, sir.
Those soldiers won't be confused why I am nice to them, because they will be just happy to not be killed. And that quest I will disable.
You must be one of the slave acolytes. Pretty easy to see why Overseer Harkon was horrified. Regardless, Lord Zash has made it clear that all new acolytes must learn martial skills as well as face their trials. Though why anyone thinks you can be taught is beyond me.
Just point me towards the trainers.
At least you're an obedient slave. You will find the instructors in the Academy's archive. Hurry, and try not to embarrass your betters.
Okay. I will go there, but first I will report to Harkon, not Archon.
Ah, the last one. Always the latecomer. Now we can see what the hermit thinks of you, slime. Acolyte Corey. Step forward, please.
Yes, Overseer.
You are a weak, pathetic rodent, and even a lunatic like Spindrel can see this. And that means... Meet our newcomer, Von Alt. This is real Sith strength, and he will tear you apart and crush your bones, slaves. Look on him. No connections left in the world, but pure Sith blood. This is Lord Zash's future apprentice, not filth like you.
Congratulations on your new pet. Now give us the rest of the trial.
Step this way, slave. I want to speak to you privately. The rest of you get out of here. You know your trials. You too, Fawn. Spindrel awaits. Now, listen to me. Spindrel is a lunatic. His approval means nothing. You are filth, and you will die. Is that clear?
You think you scare me?
You're nothing, and don't forget it. Now, your second trial. Lord Zash has requested a special trial for you, which you will no doubt fail. Go to Inquisitor Zinn in the jails. He will fill you in on the details, and most likely hasten your demise.
Don't count on my demise, Harkon. I don't die easy.
Don't boast, slave. I don't want to see you again until you're back from the jails. That's all.
I don't want to use that. But it's so much better. So I have to. Yeah. Do you see the pains you have to go through here if you're a slave? It's horrifying. There's a cantina here. I didn't even know that. But I guess I won't be allowed in there at this point of the story. Nice one.
Acolyte, you've arrived. And not a moment too soon. Harkon has given me very specific instructions. You were raised as a slave, but must discard those traits and learn to control others. And I have just the task for that end. Meet this drivelling excuse for an acolyte. He will be your victim.
What exactly does this entail?
A short while ago, there was what we call an unauthorized murder here in the Academy. A rivalry among apprentices resulted in death. Interrogate him. Make him tell you who committed this crime at any cost.
I'll see what I can do, but I won't torture anyone.
Already you are a disappointment to me, Acolyte. But Harkon said nothing of torture being a requirement, so I will not restrict you.
Okay, as I said, she won't break. She won't stoop to their ways.
Please, don't hurt me. I don't know anything.
It's okay, Aleph. I just want to talk.
Yeah, right. I know what you want, and I'll tell you right now, I don't know anything.
I can't help you if you won't trust me.
Why should I trust you? You can't help me. You can't protect me. Even if I did know something, I'd be dead. Or worse.
Look, if you don't talk to me, the Inquisitor will bring someone else in. And they'll make you talk. I want to help you.
What? Why? I don't understand. Why don't you just torture me and get it over with?
There are better methods than torture.
They really did pull you out of the slave pens like the Inquisitor said, didn't they? You aren't like any Sith I've ever met. I'll tell you what I saw, but promise me that the murderer will get justice, that he won't come to kill me.
I'll do everything in my power.
As strange as it sounds coming from another acolyte, I appreciate that. An apprentice named Esor Kayan. I saw him murder his victim outside the library on the second floor. Listen, his master's incredibly powerful. He won't let Kayan be punished. Kayan will kill me.
You let me worry about that.
Thank you. I hope you know what you're doing.
I'm such a nice person.
You don't have to tell me. I heard the name loud and clear, though I sorely wish I hadn't. Esor Kayan. Kayan's master is a Dark Council member. I'd be a fool to oppose him. But anyway, your trial here is done. I will send my commendations to Overseer Harkin. You may return to him now.
That acolyte is going to need protection.
Concern for matters that are not your business is a weakness that will get you killed. I suggest you eliminate this undesirable trait as quickly as possible and forget about this acolyte.
So you're just going to let yourself be bullied?
And what would you suggest? I don't have the power to oppose a Dark Council member, and neither do you.
Still, there has to be something you can do.
You are persistent, aren't you? Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to keep him here while the master of the murdered apprentice pursues justice. Perhaps they can be made to believe that the acolyte hasn't been broken yet.
Can't you get him off planet, or get some guards or something? He's as good as dead here.
Getting him off planet is no simple matter, but there is a Darth on Drummond Cars who owes me a favor. I'll make sure she takes this fool as her apprentice. He'll be out of Kane's reach, but from there he's on his own. You have a most unusual approach, acolyte. Watch it doesn't get you into trouble.
Oh no, a fully light-sided Sith will never get into trouble on Korriban. Of course we won't return to Harkun at the moment. I will keep this bastard waiting. I hope one day we will be able to kill him. I hope there's a light-sided choice to be able to kill him.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Force Storm. Nice. No, I won't use it. Okay. Oh, and electrocute.
Be gone.
It seems now we're going to Harkun, because it seems there are at the moment no quests here. There will be quests here in this part, but it seems I'm not too low yet. Not far enough in the story, I should say that, because my level is much higher already, as it usually would be.
Well, well, well. I had been looking forward to cutting another one of you down, but it looks like I'll be spared the trouble. Unsurprisingly, Nylock has gone missing. Also, unsurprisingly, Fon has passed his first trial. It's only a matter of time before he tramples you all underfoot.
I'll tear you apart where you stand, slave.
Patience, Fon. An accident in the tombs is much more convincing. Now the lot of you know your next task. Go. I want to speak to Fon and our latecomer. Now, slave. Zin says you handled yourself expertly, and as much as I find this difficult to believe, Lord Zash is satisfied with his evaluation. Undoubtedly, Zin helped you in some way, but you will not have his help on the next trial. Both you and Fon will have trials of intellect, trials that test your ability to apply your understanding of the Force to solve problems.
You don't expect a slave to be a match for me in intellect. I've been trained under the greatest teachers.
Calm down, Fon. I certainly do not expect this slave to be a match for you. That's why you will have separate trials.
Truly, your generosity astounds.
You're only digging your own grave. Fon, you will go to the library on the second floor of the Academy and translate the following texts for Lord Zash.
Yes, Overseer.
Slave, deep in the ancient, monster-infested tomb of Marka Ragnos, there is a holocron filled with dark secrets and encased in a great stone monument. No one has figured out how to release the holocron from its stone prison in over 1,000 years. You will bring this holocron to me, or you will die.
The more you make me hate you, the stronger I become, Harkon. And one of these days, I'm going to be strong enough to crush you.
You will never be strong enough, slave. You will bring back the holocron, or hope that the spirit of Marka Ragnos himself returns to end your miserable existence. Now go.
Okay, but we will do that in the next part. So have a nice evening. Bye bye.